What's going on, listeners? Welcome back to another installment of the Just Listen Lounge. I'm your host, Condix in the second, also known as the artist Kasa. And we here with another episode, man. Now look, I know y'all probably like, man, dude cap, man. He ain't even finna come back with another episode. But look, I'm back, bro. I'm back. I know it's a different setup. I'm at home right now. Y'all see the little trip red posting in the back. Y'all mess with it. If y'all mess with it, comment if you mess with it, yes or no. But yeah, we back with another installment of the Just Listen Lounge. I told y'all I was gonna be consistent. I was not going to just be wishy-washy with this series. Like, I'm gonna continue to come with it. Like whatever y'all want, whatever y'all desire from my content, I'm coming with it. 2024. Do y'all see my face? I'm serious. This ain't no cap, bro. Like I told y'all in the last episode, I'm not playing no more. Episode 2, we're going to discuss this kind of viral list that's been going around of top 10 artists that have fell off, and I'm just here to give my opinion on it and let y'all know what I think about the list, because I seen it. It's kind of controversial. Some people think that they did fall off. Some people think that nah, like they ain't fall off, all this stuff. But your boy got you. Your boy got you. I'm coming with my opinion, my input. We're going to discuss this together. Number 1 on the list is Bobby Shmurda. Now, look, all of y'all know back in 2014-15, Bobby Shmurda came out with his song Hot N-Word. I can say it. I mean, it's Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Hot nigga. Came out with another song, the Bobby, I'm not gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do no profanity over here. The Bobby Female Dog song. Yeah. But he came out with those 2 songs, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, like they expected so much from Bobby Shmurda, but then got locked up, was in jail for like 7 years. And he got out in 2021, or did he get out in 2020? It was either one of those years. But anyways, he really started coming back onto the scene in 2021 when he got out of jail, alongside one of his mans, Rowdy Rebel, you know what I'm saying? He went on, he did some great things as well. He's been a good artist. But Bobby Shmurda, he hasn't done much since he's got out. I want this to be a quick disclaimer for everybody. Just because you aren't pulling in that same engagement from your audience as you once did, doesn't necessarily mean that you fell off. I mean, if you still dropping, you still pulling in a consistent fan, like you still have like a consistent fan base, you still having those consistent listeners that's tuning in to whatever you dropping, I don't necessarily think you fell off. I just think that you're not in the same position you once were. But for Bobby Shmurda, it's kind of the same thing. Like Bobby Shmurda, I mean, he has been dropping. He dropped that one song, Shmoney, with Quavo and Rowdy Rebel. And I mean, you know, he dropped other tracks after that. It's just they haven't really reached, I guess, like that. I guess you could say commercial success that song did, that he released when he first got out. And, you know, everybody was just expecting. I feel like people put too high of expectations on to Bobby Shmurda once he got out of jail. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he about to come in. He about to take over the New York scene." I mean, when he put out his first, like when he put out his 2 songs before he went into jail, that was like, you know, that was for that time. Now when he got out, it was a whole different sound. Like it was something totally different, whole new wave. So it's like he had to adapt to that. And I mean, he's still pretty prevalent. I mean, everybody know who Bobby Shmurda is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you are a hip hop fan, you know who Bobby Shmurda is. So with this one, am I gonna say that he fell off? Not necessarily. It's really not even his fault. I feel like it just was too high expectations set up for him anyway. I guess with like the commercial fans, you can say that he fell off, but like I said, man, hip hop, Bobby Shmurda practically a legend, bro. Like it really ain't gonna matter. Like if he never makes another song again, everybody gonna know Bobby Shmurda. Everybody gonna know Hot Nigga. So number 2 on the list is Quando Rondo. Now my thing is Quando Rondo, in my opinion, never really been just like on for real. Like he never was just like, oh, this mainstay in hip hop. Like he always just been like in the shadow of YoungBoy, in my opinion. Like that's all he ever was. He was just like YoungBoy sidekick. And I feel like that's all people really ever view him as. Like he was cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like his music was cool. Like I'll say like, what is it, 2024? Like 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. But it's like now Not so much. I mean, I guess if you still tune in to what he got going on, that's good. I mean, I think he still pulls in like a pretty consistent um fan base. Like he still has a pretty consistent fan base, and he has people who still listen to his music on a consistent basis. But same, I mean, it's not the same thing as Bobby Shmurda, but it's like, yeah, Quando Rondo, he's really not at that same level that he was like back in like 2018, 2019 days. Really now he's just mainly known for his antics, and that's about it. I mean, like I said, Quando Rondo has never really like just been on for real. He's always been like that sidekick, the young boy. So I'm not even gonna say that he fell off. People still know who he is. I don't know if they still listen to his music as much. Like, but I'm not gonna say that he fell off. Number 3, and this is very controversial. It is Mr. Dominique Jones, Lil Baby. Now look, y'all. 3 is crazy. 3 is crazy for Lil Baby. Now look, bro, I ain't gonna care. I know that people are going very like disgruntled with his new work and like the music that he's putting out now. But that doesn't mean that he fell off. I mean, Lil Baby, I mean, to be honest, he really just started like popping off. I mean, like he was popping off like before then, but he really like just became like this mega rap star like in 2020. You know what I'm saying? When he dropped My Turn, The Bigger Picture, all that stuff. He did the Lil Durk project too. That's when he really started like just becoming like a mainstay, like a household name for the commercial fans. So I'm not going like this right here. Lil Baby hasn't fallen off. Not gonna lie, he's on the decline. He's definitely on the decline. Like he's that ship sinking a little bit. I ain't even gonna care. But I think with the next project that Lil Baby dropped, I mean he gotta come hard. He gotta come hard. And I'm not gonna lie, really, most of him falling off is to the fault of his own. I mean, he hasn't even really been dropping like no good music. All he's been doing is just like talking down on Gunna. And another thing, y'all, if these people are selling tickets to their shows and like still doing well, you know what I'm saying? Like the music might not speak for it, but they're still doing well as an artist. I mean, you can't say that they fell off. So I think that Lil Baby, I don't think he's falling off. I think it's too early to say, oh, he's fell off. Like, no, he hasn't fallen off. He's on the decline, but he hasn't fallen off yet. I say give it to after his next project to really determine. Huh? Bro, this my head. I say give it to his next project. Damn, I gotta charge this? I didn't know that.
Few moments later.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry if the lighting is off a little bit because my tripod light just died on me. So that's that. But anyways, back to what we were saying, or back what I was saying. Lil Baby hasn't fallen off yet. Like I said, he's on the decline. He's on his way there. He's about to go down there with, all of his other compadres that have fallen. But the time hasn't come yet. Like I said, just give him to after his next album. Then we can determine like, okay, like it's probably over with for my boy. Cause I mean, Lil Baby, to be honest, bro, Lil Baby was like one of the biggest, he still is one of the biggest like rap artists in the world. So I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't think that he's falling off. I don't think he's gonna fall off for a good little minute. But we just gonna have to see, man. I think, baby, this is his year to drop. This is his year to show everybody, look, y'all finna stop playing on my name. Y'all finna start acting like I ain't Lil Dominique from Atlanta. I like Lil Baby. He has been a little corny, but I like Lil Baby. I like his music. So, and then it's like his music is kind of repetitive, and that has been everybody's gripe with him. Like, oh, you can't switch it up. You can't do this. And it's like my thing is, if you want to be like this mainstay, how do you think people like Drake, like Kendrick, even like J. Cole? I mean, he has stuck to the same formula for a long time, but I mean, whenever he does switch it up, it's beautiful. How do you think people like that have been able to stay on for so long? Even like Post Malone. Post Malone started off as a rapper, then he went into kind of like the pop route. So it's like, how do you expect to like continue to flourish, continue to blossom into like this superstar if you don't switch it up. Because after a while, people gonna kind of get tired of what you bring to the table. I mean, at least the hardcore rap fans, they gonna get tired of it. They gonna continue to bash you and talk down on you. Like I said, Lil Baby, he hasn't fallen off, but he on the decline. All right, number 4. Some of y'all might not agree with this because I know it's a lot of his fans out here. Number 4 is that boy Kentrell, NBA YoungBoy. I don't agree with this at all. I don't. YoungBoy, his quality hasn't been as good as his past work, like he did in AI YoungBoy 2, Top, Sincerely, Kentrell, Colors, all that other stuff. It hasn't, like, you know what I'm saying, even like his old stuff that, like, you know what I'm saying, when he first started popping off, it's not there anymore. And I feel like YoungBoy, he's just kind of like uninterested in music at the moment. Like he just doesn't have that same passion, that same drive for it. So I mean, probably it's going to show in the quality of his music. And then another thing, this is what YoungBoy needs to understand: quality over quantity. Just because you dropping 3 to 4 albums a year doesn't mean people are going to like every one of them. Stop dropping so much. YoungBoy, you are one of the biggest names in hip hop at this moment. Everybody knows NBA YoungBoy. Maybe not the commercial fans, but everybody knows NBA YoungBoy as a hardcore fan. You don't need to drop 3 to 4 times a year. You can drop once, maybe twice a year, and then wait like another year, then drop again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to keep putting out all these projects because after a while, people are going to get very, very tired of hearing the same old stuff. They're going to get tired of the repetition hurting your music. The people are going to start to pull away from your music. They're going to start not being interested. They're going to stop being intrigued with what you have to say or bring to a track. So just stop dropping that much. I think that's YoungBoy's biggest problem. I've been saying that that's his biggest problem. He just drops too much. So that leads into this conversation now. People saying that he fell off. I don't think he fell off. Not at all. I don't think he fell off. I don't think YoungBoy ever gonna fall off. He got too big of a fan base to fall off. And even like, I think this: if YoungBoy had a show today, it's gonna sell out. That is just the facts. It's gonna sell out. People still love YoungBoy. People still love his music. Even though his new stuff might not be as good, people still like YoungBoy. So it's like falling off, that's a little wild. Not gonna lie. But yeah. I don't think he fell off, so that's a no for me. All right. Number 5. And he has been on people's list that have fallen off for a long time, is Rich Homie Quan. Now, everybody knows Rich Homie Quan. If you know what I'm saying, you listen to hip hop, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the name Rich Homie Quan. Probably heard him on songs like Lifestyle, Flex, all the other stuff. He had the whole collab tape with Thug. Now, everybody thought that Rich Homie Quan was gonna be like the next big artist, you know what I'm saying, to come through hip hop. Everybody thought Rich Homie Quan was gonna be like this big megastar. Young Thug was just gonna be this person who was gonna die out after a couple months. But it's opposite. It's the opposite now. It's kind of flipped. Like Young Thug, he's the megastar, and Rich Homie Quan, he's kind of like the person who everybody just kind of forgot about after a little while. Now, like I said, if you really listen to hip hop, or like you listen around in that area, you know Rich Homie Quan, you know who he is. He came around with Rich Gang, Birdman, Thug, all them boys. So me personally, I mean, Rich Homie, he's still dropping, he's still making music. It's just he doesn't have that same pull with the audience that he once did. And I don't know, some people kind of blame Thug because they like, oh man, like it's Thug's fault that Rich Homie Quan fell off because they stopped being cool. First of all, how you gonna blame one person for another person's downfall? That's stupid. I am gonna say that he fell off, but I feel like Rich Homie Quan, as a listener, I feel like he's somebody that could come back, that can make a comeback and make another hit. It's kind of like the same thing with Fetty Wap. Like I feel like Fetty Wap, I mean, he did make another hit, right, with Sweet Yams, but that's beside the point. But I mean, Rich Homie Quan, he's still pretty relevant. I mean, people still know who he is. They still might not be his new music, but they still stream his music. So, and I think he's still doing shows. Like, so I mean, I don't think he necessarily just like fell all the way off like the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like a silent toe, or like let's see, like a OT Genesis. I'm trying to see who else came out around that time. Or like a Trinidad James, Riff Raff. I don't think he like one of them, but you know what I'm saying? He kind of fell off, you know. He's not at that same point. But, you know, we just gonna have to see, man. Hopefully, I hope that he can make another hit. I want to hear another Rich Homie Quan hit. But you know, yeah. All right, number 6. We on the decline of the list. Is Lil Pump. Now, if you came up in that 2016, 2017, 2018, 2016, 2019, if you came around that time, you know how big Lil Pump was. He was like one of those SoundCloud rappers. He was from that SoundCloud era. You know what I'm saying? He dropped songs like D Rose, uh, Flex. Wasn't it Flex? Or was it Flex like ooh? I forgot which song it was. Flex Real Rose. Yeah, that song. And of course he had the massive hit with Gucci Gang. And boy, when I tell you they played that song out, Jesus. Lil Pump, yeah, I would say he fell off. I mean, to go from the heights that he was at, and I mean, to be honest, you look back on it, Lil Pump was, I'll make sure my mic was still on. Lil Pump just was a wave. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like a wave that came and went. J. Cole kind of described it perfectly on 1985. Like you basically just a wave that segues into the next one. So don't start feeling yourself for real because this ain't solidified. He definitely fell off, but he's still doing music. He's still like selling tickets. It's just not where it once was. I mean, at the point of time, Lil Pump had like most hip hop fans in the palm of his hand. So I mean, to go from there to like people not even like really streaming your music anymore. Cause then he sell like under 10K with his like past album. Like that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Under 10K, that's crazy. So it's sad, but you know, hey, gotta call a spade a spade. Lil Pump, I think he definitely fell off. I think he definitely fell off. I don't see another hit coming from him unless like he just do like some stupid TikTok stuff that like kind of blows up. Other than that, he fell off in my opinion. So yeah. All right, number 7 is Designer, the Panda Man. Timmy Turner. He'll wish for a burner. Kill everybody walking. Y'all want me to stop? Okay. I won't. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. We gonna act like that didn't happen. If you don't know who Designer is, think of the song Panda. Think of the song Timmy Turner. Like I said, Designer, he was popping for a good little minute, like 2016, 2017. Like that was kind of his range. And after that, he kind of fell down. So and he hasn't really gotten a hit. He still like he was making music before like that whole incident happened with him on airplane. But he was really making music then, and people weren't really listening to it. I was people, and you know, I mean, nobody really checked for him after Timmy Turner. From what I seen, he took a long time to drop between Timmy Turner and his next song, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't giving it to the fans. You know what I'm saying? The fans wasn't really messing with it. So now he is where he is now. But I think Designer, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie and say he's still like a prevalent person in hip hop. I mean, like people who was around for that era, they know who Designer is. But like, if you ask somebody who just got into hip hop, they not gonna know who Designer is. They probably know the song Panda, but they probably don't know the actual artist Designer. So Designer, he definitely fell off. This goes for no further discussion. He fell off for sure. By the way, I want to give a shout out to the NFR podcast. They the one who gave me this idea. They reacted to the same list. So I'm taking inspiration from them and implementing it into my own kind of ways. All right, number 8 is that boy Jonathan Kirk, the baby. Now, this one pains me, bro. This one pains me because I like the baby. I like the baby. And it kind of sucks to see where he was, like, bro, 2018, 2019, 2018 through 2020. Like, I mean, wasn't nobody touching him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was at the top. I mean, you know, he had the Baby on Baby album. Then he dropped the Kirk album that had some hits on it. Then he came and dropped the was it Blame It on Baby? He came and dropped that album, and that had like Rockstar, which is like probably his biggest song besides Suge, and Bop. That's another one of his biggest songs. But the whole Rolling Loud situation happened, and then you know it kind of went downhill for him after that. But that's my whole thing for blaming it on. I mean, that's the whole reason I blame it on. I think if that whole Rolling Loud situation that happened, he still would be like one of the top faces of hip hop. I've been saying this, to be honest. The Baby was supposed to be what Lil Baby is right now. Because I mean, if you look at their career paths, they kind of like align the same. If you want to be real, I think the Baby. I think that his career definitely declined after that whole Rolling Loud situation. But at the same time, the Baby, his music has always been like at a, I guess like a, his music quality has always been at a stagnant point. Is he never tried to branch out and do other stuff? I mean, he tried to do like the whole R&B thing. He tried to do like the whole pop thing with Dua Lipa. He did it with another lady. I forgot. I think her name like Anita or something like that. I forgot what that song. I forgot what her name was. But he tried to branch out and do other things, but it just didn't end up working for real. Like, so I think the Baby, he has like kind of fallen off. You know, he's still making music. He still be at like these festivals and stuff, but he doesn't still pulling that same interest from the audience that he once had. So for that reason, he kind of has fallen off. But I think he still got another hit in him. I mean, he had a hit. He had Shake Some. That was like his most recent hit. So I mean, he's still making bangers. Isn't really amounting to him getting back to that same spot. So I don't know, man. But like I said, it pains me to say that about the Baby because I really liked him. But what can you do? All right, next on the list, number 9 is Roddy Ricch. Now, Roddy Ricch is kind of tricky because he was on for like 2019, 2020, 2021 until he dropped Live Like Fast. And that's when people were like, what you got going, Roddy? Like, what happened to Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial? What happened to that, Roddy? What happened to the what happened to that, Roddy, man? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the Feed the Streets? What happened? What happened to that man? He just went missing. Altogether, Roddy Ricch, it's the same case as it is with Lil Baby. Like, I feel like he on the decline with his career. I mean, he dropped, like I said, he dropped Live Life Fast after Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. And the gap between those two albums was ridiculous because it's like Roddy Ricch, he's not like a Travis Scott, a Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Future. He's not like one of these staples in hip hop where he can do that. And you know what I'm saying, have people clamoring for him to drop new music. That's not something that he wasn't on that level yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you trying to take your time, you trying to put out the best music, but it's like you gotta learn when to strike when the iron is hot. And the iron was hot in 2020 when he dropped the box. When the box is like the longest number 1 song ever. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that really hurt Roddy Ricch, and then Live Life Fast. Like it just did not live up to expectations from people. And after that, he tried to redeem himself with Feed the Streets 3. And I mean, that album, it was fine, but it wasn't something like, oh yeah, he redeemed himself with this. So, like I said, I feel like Roddy Ricch, he's in that same conversation with Lil Baby, where it's like he hasn't fallen all the way off. And Roddy Ricch, he was like being deemed like the next like megastar of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And like rightfully so, because Roddy Ricch is a very talented artist, you know what I'm saying? He can sing, rap, do all that, you know, he kind of had like that pop appeal to him. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like he was dealt a good hand. He just didn't play it right. So for that reason, he's in this conversation. But I don't think he fell off. I think it's gonna take a little bit longer. It's gonna take one more album. You know what I'm saying? For like people just be like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? He up out of there. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. We got one more after this. This list is false advertising because how you gonna say we got 10 but we got 11? I guess you just want to throw one extra one in. I guess it's just the 11th person. They just want to throw a shot at them because it's like, bro, you had no reason to add an 11th person. Anyways, number 10 is Meek Mill. I don't agree with this. Meek Mill, he is one of the modern day hip hop, I guess, legends, I guess you could say. Because, he's, even though he's not on the level of Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Nicki, Future, even though he's not on that level, he's like in the tier below them. You know what I'm saying? And like Meek, I mean, like Meek has dropped bangers, bro. Like I feel like Meek is kind of like in that. No, I feel like he's kind of like in that weird period where like legends in hip hop, like they kind of enter after their peak, and I feel like he's kind of like in that weird, that weird place. Meek's still a legend though. He's still a Philly legend. He's still a legend in hip hop. It's just that his recent work, like, it's a little iffy. So I checked out the Rick Ross album a little bit. It was cool. It was alright, but it wasn't that memorable. I don't think Meek, no, he hasn't fallen off. That's kind of a dumb argument to make with somebody. Like, nah, like everybody knows dreams and nightmares. Let's not act like he just wasn't nominated for a Grammy like what 5 years ago. So I mean, come on now, y'all. Let's be for real. We gonna do anything. I don't think he fell off. I don't think he's really ever gonna fall off for real. And the last person, like I said, this list was false advertisement. I mean, they said 10, but they gave us 11. But I guess they really don't like this person. Number 11 is Polo G. Now, Polo G, he's just like Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch, just like I named earlier. They are artists who haven't fallen off, but they on decline. They're definitely on the decline. And I'm gonna tell you why. Polo G, the thing is, Polo G, he has been like a consistent person to drop his music. Like he dropped Down a Legend in 2019, if I'm correct. Was it 2019, 2018? I think it's 2019. He dropped it in 2019, dropped GOAT in 2020, which was a great album. 2021, he dropped Hall of Fame, which it was cool. It wasn't nothing to it like crazy. Like I mean, he had Rap Star, and that was really like the only song that was like notable from that album. But other than that, it just kind of died out. Like people really wasn't messing with it. And so Polo G, I guess he's kind of like on this mission to prove people wrong. He's kind of like a Roddy Ricch. He's trying to prove people that he still got it. And it's like when you do stuff like that, it's kind of going to make the quality in your music not as good as you intend it to be because it's like you're trying too hard. When it's just like, bro, do what you like, what you think sounds good. But he hasn't dropped like an album since. Like it's been like 2 years since he dropped a Hall of Fame, Mark Henry reference. If you know, you know. It's been 2 years since he dropped Hall of Fame in 2021. And it's 2024 now, so it's about to go on 3 because he dropped it like in the summertime, I think. So we just gonna have to see. I think his next album's called Hood Poet or something. This is the year he need to drop. He should drop last year. This is the year he need to drop. If he don't drop this year, it's probably over with because people ain't gonna care about you no more, bro. I mean, he's still like relevant. That's the thing. He's still relevant. People still mess with his music. I know a lot of people like really aren't the biggest fan of Polo G, but music is subjective. Everybody has their own opinion. But he got to come hard with this next album. He in the same boat as Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch, like I said. They got to come hard. They got to come hard with these next albums. Because, boy, if these next albums ain't fire, I ain't gonna cap. Y'all might be packed up, bro. I ain't gonna cap, man. Y'all might just been somebody that came and went. And I hate to see that because those three in particular were like three people that they were like deeming the next of hip hop. Like they was calling Baby the next Wayne. They was calling Roddy like the next Drake. They was calling Polo like what was they calling Polo? They really didn't even have no comparison for him. Like they just were saying that Polo was gonna be like the next face of hip hop, and they haven't panned out really. I mean, Baby he's panned out, but it's kind of like the hardcore audience isn't really messing with him like that. And then when you lose the hardcore audience, you're gonna lose that commercial audience because when they see you not pulling in those same numbers, those same streams, guess what? All them endorsements, all them deals, gone. They not finna mess with you no more, my boy. But not to get back on Lil Baby, but we on Polo G. But I mean, he's been dropping like singles and stuff, but And he's done like different collabs with different artists, but it just hasn't been an album. Like, drop the album, bro. I understand you trying to take your time. That's cool. Because I'm doing the same thing with my album. I'm trying to take my time, trying to really make sure everything, the quality is great. But it's a time when you need to know, just pull the trigger. Just go on, like ripping off a band-aid, go on, get it over with. Drop the album, see what reviews you get. And people don't, like I said, music is subjective. People aren't going to like everything. But I don't think Polo G has fallen off. I think he's on the decline. He's on his way there. And boy, it's gonna be a bumpy ride for him. So we just gonna have to see. But y'all, that was another installment of the Just Listen Lounge. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video. Okay, same routine as last video. I'm gonna give y'all some time. You did it. Okay. Once you do that, subscribe to the channel. It should be right there, right by my name, under the description or under like the title, whatever. Subscribe. Yeah, it's time to do that. Okay, you done? Okay, I know it's like 2 seconds, but you should have done it. You should have did it while I was talking. Like, what's wrong with you? Turn on the post notification bell so you'll get notified whenever I post another installment of the Just Listen Lounge. I told y'all we going crazy. We going to be consistent this whole entire year. I'm not playing no games. I'm not messing around. This is for real. This ain't no little test trial. This ain't to see, oh, what's gonna stick. No, we going crazy with this. I don't know why I keep burping. I'm gonna give y'all some time to subscribe again if you haven't done so already. Okay, have you completed that? Okay, I don't know why I said completed like that. If y'all haven't noticed, I kind of got a lisp. Yeah, y'all see the little gap? I got the little Bobby Brown going on. But yeah, yeah. So anyways, once you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell right across. It's diagonal to the subscribe button. Just click it. It's not gonna take that long. Like, it's gonna be like that. Go ahead. Oh, you done already? Okay. I see your time, man. I see your time. I rocks with it. My boy or my girl, whoever's watching. I rocks with it. Once y'all have done all that, I'm gonna need y'all to go stream Blazin by me, yours truly, Kasa, on all platforms. After y'all do that, make sure you stream We Run This Ish by KEEM, featuring yours truly. Once again, stream Living Life by Big DRIPPA on all platforms as well. Go listen to the Just Listen Lounge. New season. My boy Jaden Ray General Joiner. Go crazy on his stuff too, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to BHM too. We gonna start posting on there. We really going crazy. Everybody is going crazy this year, bro. That's why y'all need to go ahead. Y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, be tapped in now. Cause, you know what I'm saying, when we be up here, we be famous. Don't try to ride the wave then, man. No, I'm just playing. Kinda out of breath. I'm kinda out of breath, bro. That was a lot of talking. But yeah, make sure y'all do all that, man. And till next time, I'll see y'all. We out.
Yeah, we changed them. I gotta bring the money to the family in the game, though. I swear these niggas my sons, I don't know who raised them. Gotta sing them.